Hi, I'm Vasundhara. I welcome all of you for this brand new episode in NavDurga series of interviews. What is NavDurga series all about? 9 different challenges of women we'll be discussing out with 9 powerful women from 9 domains. They're successful in their own domains. This is an endeavor to understand the challenge, explore the probable solutions by the discussion. The content earlier discussed has already helped many Durgas who are our viewers. We have been getting lot of SMSs, lot of messages, lot of emails letting us know how this content is helping them, and that just makes us more happy, and we are raring to go further. Let us have the continued support and love from all of you. Today's topic is women and how she struggles with financial independence. Surprised? Yes, even I know that number of women who are working now are increasing day by day. They are earning much more than what they used to earn earlier and at par with men, the counterpart in the same domain. Then why am I saying that we need to still discuss financial independence of women in 21st century? Think about it. The data says 33% of working women actually take decisions as far as investments are concerned. Isn't that an alarm? What is it that is stopping us? Are we risk averse? Are we really not equipped? Are we really justifying that we don't have access to knowledge? Or what is it? So let's understand what is the real hurdle, what is the real challenge, that when it comes to work, this woman is like a tigress, right? And she's so powerful. But when it comes to finance related decisions, when it comes to investment, it's all no. And she points out finger to either to her husband, to her brother, or to her father. We are going to explore this with our Durga today, Priyanka Acharya. Who is she? A very powerful personality, though very young, but she has achieved a lot. And if you want to really believe me what I'm saying, just type out Priyanka Acharya, Google, and you have 2 pages full of all the links showing all her videos where she is on a mission to make people understand all about Lakshmi, the currency and the finance related challenges and the probable solutions. She is author of book called Author-LaxmiGyaan and Lakshmi-Man, a must read for everybody. She is also founder of Author-LaxmiGyaan, says it all. She is one of the 9 most inspiring mentors as far as younger generation coaching or mentoring is concerned. She has also won lots of awards. Look at this. Inspiring Gem of India. And also out of all these awards, this excites me. This is Woman in Finance. And if I start counting and showing you all the awards, it's going to take all the time. So let's just appreciate for what she's. I think she's also published around 17 publications nationally and internationally. I'm already exhausted praising her and her achievements. Let's just see her personally, talk to her personally, and explore what are the probable solutions on the topic today. Our Durga, Priyanka Acharya. Hey Priyanka, thank you so much for accepting my invite to be on this NavDurga series. I just wanted to ask you, what did you feel when I invited you to be, on this NavDurga series of interviews? What was your first thought?
So, as soon as you listen to Durga, that itself brings some kind of strength and spirit inside
The
you.
word says it all.
Yes.
So true.
So when you said NavDurga, it was kind of, much more special than the awards that I heard.
Oh my
It
God.
was like, somebody is coming over to give me one more award, because when you say this, it takes my mission to a very sacred level. So I really had goosebumps, and I was very, very excited towards this conversation.
Super. I was about to ask you, what is this mission all about? When I see you, when I saw your work, when I saw all those videos, now the new series that you have started till 15th of August, everything said very loudly to me, Priyanka, that you have a mission. There is something that you want to accomplish, and with that you are getting up early in the morning, and that smile, that shine on your in your eyes, on your face, that glow, everything says it all, that this mission is really giving you that burning desire to achieve something. Let's know, what is it?
Absolutely. So I think, let me put it this way: for every woman, every Durga is watching this, and you being one of the Durgas who is bringing this Durga out of people. So whenever a woman is asked that, who are you? So a woman will introduce saying that, I'm a trainer, I'm a homemaker, I'm an RJ, I'm a student, something like that. None of us really care to usually say that I am the Lakshmi of my family. So I introduce myself as the Lakshmi of two families, and I'm very glad and I'm very grateful to give this introduction, because this is how this mission has started.
It's so true. It's so true. I think every woman out there, if she starts believing in this fact that she is the Swamini, she is the Lakshmi of that house, the entire culture will go for a change, I think. And I think
Totally.
that's completely uh, great, sentence to have for every woman in her introduction. Superb, yeah. I'm already having goosebumps, Priyanka. So, what is it that you do then? What is it that the steps that you're taking towards your goal?
So, when I completed my post graduation, which was around 15 years back from now, so I had this kind of, mindset that I want to do something in the teaching or training or education space. And in childhood, I wanted to become a psychologist. So, but उस वक्त ऐसा था कि, you get good marks, so you don't opt for arts
I know,
usually.
ask me.
I'm talking about early 2000s. So, at that time, I took up commerce. And then after this post graduation, when I was very clear on this education field, I thought I need an industry experience to go ahead and do something. So I got into the space of industry and corporate, and I did a lot of things. Eventually, I got an opportunity to work as a faculty for Bombay Stock Exchange. There, every time there was a new variety of people who used to come, because it's a heritage site. And through this BSc experience, I started doing investor awareness programs also. So I was very blessed to do more than 600 programs across the country in investor awareness space. Now, eventually, I started looking at the fact that, we do all of this. We say financial literacy, there's so much of content available, everything is there. But somewhere there is one spark which is missing, which is that there is no family conversation when it comes to finances, or it is a very one sided conversation where a woman would generally ask the question and a man would take the decision about it. Now, I want to specially say here that I'm not in any kind of morcha or bagawat sort of a mode. I feel that a woman, as data also proves it, she is a better manager when it comes to family, and she's a better manager when it comes to decisions usually which are critical. Now, then what stops her from taking financial decisions was something that used to hit me a lot. So then I spoke to a lot of women in that whole course of action, and what I saw is they used to always with pride say that मुझे finance नहीं समझ में आता है. I just tell my husband, I just tell my daddy, and they were taking glory in this sentence that they made, and that used to sadden me a lot. By which I started a concept called as LaxmiGyaan. So she is the Lakshmi of the family, and she doesn't know about the Lakshmi of the family. So that's where this financial education space came in my life, and I started talking to different women about finances, again I saw that the basic elements of fine-tuning finances are missing in every family. So usually we would tend to buy instruments. So we would say that कौन सा investment अच्छा है, which insurance should I buy, which FD should I go for, which real estate, which area, which gold. But are we doing the other elements of which are way more beyond than buying the financial instrument? That is something which I found as a lacuna in the whole system. And that's how this Lakshmi Gyan became a education space, all the more focused on fine-tuning finances of people and not suggesting any products or saying that this is what is for you. Because once a woman would learn it, she would automatically know that this is it for me. So my job is to build the financial immunity in the house. The recipe creation is her job there. So my only thought process is to show her all the ingredients and then let her on her own decide what is best for her family. So that's how Lakshmi Gyan began as a space.
Super, super. After listening to you for a while, I was just wondering earlier that when I was looking out for a right person to take the interview on this particular topic, because topics were already decided before even I started my journey of Navadurga series, I spoke to my three friends who are in their own sphere, top-notch finance people, and all of them gave me only one name, and that was Priyanka Acharya. And I was just wondering, what makes all of them take this one name? And when I looked at your profile, I looked at your photograph. You looked seemingly young compared to the work that you have done, or work that I was expecting for a person whose interview I will be taking for this particular domain. But now I know, why all that faith and why all those, tags and why all those confident conversations happened when they spoke about you. One of them actually said that I can vouch for her if, this is the domain that you're looking for. And that's really fantastic.
In fact, I should thank you for this because having this topic as one of the 9 topics itself is very commendable because many women shy away from talking about finances.
And good you mentioned that, Priyanka. I have a very, very personal story to share. Why I thought this is an absolute necessary topic. Because as few of the viewers would know, or you would know, that I myself am a corporate trainer in behavioral domain and a motivational speaker. I have a workshop called Durga, and I motivate all of them and tell them that what stops you. And few months before, it was just a casual call from our wealth manager, and he said, "Ma'am, would you also like to invest?" And I said, it was a very okay answer for me to say, you know what, I don't look into this. Just talk to my husband, and he knows all the details. And after I kept the phone down, I just thought this is so okay with me compared to when I go for my car servicing fellow. And when he says Saab ko bhej dena, or I'll talk to Saab, I get very angry. I said, I'm the one who has got this car here for repairing. I know the problem. Why are you not asking me? And as compared to that, when it comes to finance and investing, which is so crucial for our well-being and for all the money that I'm, saving for my own retirement or my own old age, I'm so careless about it. It's his job. Though I know most of the women are more focused on family and raising children, but that doesn't justify you not taking interest in investment and finance related things. So if me, or somebody who is perceived as a powerful woman, somebody who motivates people for doing things, can take this so casually, just imagine amount of ignorance we all have. And then I started talking to many of my friends who are in powerful position. It was a very, very cool answer, as you just mentioned. अरे वो सब पापा देखते हैं, वो सब husband देखते हैं. I don't like to get into it, yeah. and
Totally.
how much we will really pay attention to. But is that the real reason, or it is just a justification? Because in today's world, if no knowledge is an justification, then it is just a justification. You have everything available. Now, you have Priyanka there to coach you. You just type, this problem on Google. You have hundreds
Absolutely.
of YouTube videos, but still we are giving that justification. So let's go to very, very root cause, as you yourself mentioned. Does this come in our upbringing itself?
True. So, I just told you that I wanted to become a psychologist in childhood.
Correct.
And while I was doing these programs and trainings on finance and stuff, that's where I realized on one day there was some enlightenment or this was destined maybe. So I got a spark that day that actually finance is psychology. It's not numbers.
This is new.
So the biggest aspect in finance why women shy away from it is because women feel अरे ये तो numbers, ये तो accounting, मेरा पैसा डूब गया तो what if I take a wrong decision? Then how will I justify my wrong decision? Maybe my husband will tell me why didn't you ask me before doing this? Maybe my father will tell me you should have at least spoken to me once. So with that fear,
Correct.
that inherent thought process has gone in कि मेरे से ये नहीं होगा.
Risk
It's
averse
not.
is the
Yes.
okay.
Risk averse plus and there is a universal thing, okay, about women. For example, if you are going to let's say a networking event, now you know everybody is going to come in formals and blazers. So you being very lovely looking in a sari also, you'll think, nahi udhar sab blazer mein aayenge to I'll look the odd one out. So you will put up a blazer and go there. So it's as simple as following that trend because you'll feel what will happen, you'll get that FOMO and all. In financial conversations, you see across majorly the women, like you said, 33% of working women are thinking about it.
Correct.
So most of the women you will see who are not talking about finance.
Correct.
So you will feel, acha, it's okay.
Correct.
Everybody is doing the same thing.
So
So kuch
true.
to hoga.
So true.
So that is the psychological impact that is coming because of which you don't talk about finance at all and you outsource it very easily.
So
there is one more element to it which I've seen so far that when it comes to women and talking about finance, it's very complex to them. So there is a lot of content, and everywhere we consume too much of content today. But suppose I sit with an advisor and he's showing me a product. So a typical financial product is obviously complex because you're putting in a money, somebody's taking your risk, it's a long term or it's a short term thing, but there is so many elements involved in it. Now, because of so many nitty-gritties in this whole concept, it looks to be very technical. But there has been nobody in school, college, or somebody who taught us finance.
true.
And nobody told us that how easy finance can be if
True.
you start understanding from a way of life perspective. So, let me give you a small example here. For instance, let's say I am contributing, or you are also an earning member of the family, okay? So Vasundhara is contributing for just a rough calculation purpose. Every month she contributes 10,000 to the family. Priyanka is contributing 5,000 to the family. Okay. Now both of us are contributing something to the family and we are going to live or rather work and earn for next 30 years. So Vasundhara will contribute 36 lakh rupees over 30 years. I will contribute 18 lakh rupees over 30 years. Now this is plain mathematics. But suppose now today, if let's say that I come out of this mall and I meet with an accident and I'm no more. So I might inherently I will feel that okay, my husband is going to take care of the house, na, तो मुझे क्या problem है? But actually, my financial contribution is going towards the household expenses. So to the extent of 18 lakhs which were to come in those 30 years, my husband is not going to get that money. Now, how will that come? So that comes from my insurance. So that's how insurance has to be understood because that 18 lakhs plus the inflationary adjustment of all these years, which will come to 2-3 crores something, in your case 5-6 crores, is actually my human life value. Now if I technically show you a chart saying ये आपका human life value है, you will say नहीं समझ में आता, husband से बात करो. But if you are relating to yourself and looking at your life album and thinking, अरे हाँ, तो 36 लाख का तो मुझे इंश्योरेंस होना चाहिए मेरे पास. Then you have your curiosity picked up. Then you ask which plan, what will happen in this plan, wo plan, ye plan, and then you will come to the right decision. So that's how a decision has to be taken rather than, going for technical trends and charts. You first understand why finance in life, because all of us want money, all of us want wealth, and all of us definitely want prosperity. Tabhi to we do this puja during Diwali, na? So rather than just cleaning that Lakshmi ka murti on every Diwali, why don't we clean our prosperity files, our insurance investment saving files? अगर वो साफ कर लेंगे तो अपने आप से लक्ष्मी आ जाएगी घर में. So that's the thought process.
But while you were saying all of this, and it's so true, core, I was just thinking, Priyanka, that it's not that woman is not sold for this idea of saving for a rainy day. We have seen all along our mothers and grannies and everybody keeping their money in chawal ka dabba, and under the sari, and on the day when it was actually required, they would run to their kitchen, they would run to their storerooms and take out all that money, and it used to save the day. So it's not that a woman doesn't know that she needs to save for the rainy day, but when it comes to taking decision on a bigger scale for the family, or the kind of money that she's earning now. Earlier, I think it was money given to her and she used to spend and keep that money inside. Why is she shying away from that? What are the core reasons? And why are men perceived, I will say, as bigger risk takers or better investors is what I would like to know.
So your answer lies in the question itself.
Okay.
You said that women put the money in the rice dabba and all, right? So we also say this at LaxmiGyaan that जब एक बेटी पैदा होती है या फिर she is getting into another house after her wedding, so we have this kalash and all, typical tradition, जो कलश गिरा के अंदर आना है.
Correct.
Now that kalash has chawal into it. It has the rice.
Correct.
So she enters and we say that we have brought Lakshmi in the house.
Correct.
But that same rice is going into the dabba and it is used for saving money, but in a hidden format. So she is totally not confident since her childhood about taking money decisions. इसलिए तो she is secretly putting that money inside.
True.
There is no harm in saving secretly because that is for the rainy day. Otherwise, anybody would, open the dabba and pick out the money and take it out. She is saving, she is wise about it. In fact, she is the Lakshmi. So, jitna she will care about the prosperity of the family, nobody else can.
So true.
It's a fact with due respect to all the men in the house. So, even if somebody has an allergy in the house, she is the one who knows कि दवाई का time किसका कितना है. Somebody likes spicy food, somebody likes sweet. She knows everything. And she multi-manages everything.
Yeah, effortlessly.
Absolutely. And that's very, taken to karna. Now, when it comes to finances, she feels that, if I take a decision, it will go wrong. Because she thinks that, the man of the house is going out talking to 10 other people. And when he is talking to 10 people, they
has access to more information.
Absolute information. True. And a man is usually allowed to make mistakes, to be very honest and harsh here. That's a typical stereotype. That if a man makes mistakes, it's like okay, वो तो हो जाता है.
It's also on the other side that if we make mistakes, we make big hue and cry out of it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, how could I do this?
Ourselves, hold it for so many days with us.
They are forgotten, but we will keep on, remembering, brooding over.
So very simple example. There is a child, okay, and the man has taken him to a garden. So वो बच्चा झूले से गिर गया. So it is like अरे वो तो हो जाता है. ऑफिस से कॉल आया होगा बेचारा क्या करेगा. But there is a mother who has, taken the child to the garden and वो गिर गया. अरे मैं तभी फोन पे होगी, WhatsApp पे होगी.
And she has to kill herself. Yeah.
And she will feel so guilty and such a bad mother. How did I do this? So we live with this, and that's why I said finance is psychology. So this entire fear factor of being the perfect woman at every point of time has taken us away from finances.
Correct.
Because if we want to be perfect in finances, we need to be seeking information.
Correct.
And with this multitasking schedule that a woman has, where does she have the time to find out all this?
True.
So she goes to office, she will be like, jaldi jaldi kaam karna because ghar jana hai. When she is in the house, she will say, नहीं नहीं TV नहीं, मुझे तो kitchen का काम है. No, I have to spend time with my child. No, Sunday तो ये है. So she has no access to time. She has access to information. And that's why LaxmiGyaan has started all these bite-sized kind of concepts. So our podcast every day, which is called as LaxmiGyaan Library, is 90 seconds of audio every day. So आप 5 दिन नहीं भी सुनोगे तो 6-7 मिनट में सुन लेना 5 दिन के बाद.
Awesome.
So we want to give this bite-sized things just to trigger the thought in her head that it's manageable, it's not so bad, and let me do it. So we don't want her to take decisions. First of all, we want to remove that fear within her, and that's what LaxmiGyaan primarily does.
Super. So I think the primary challenge, as we discussed, was no access to information, and her risk-averse nature, her fear for going wrong holds her. Great. But can we also give a metaphor, like if you want to, get into a marathon, you don't run 21 kilometers on the first day, right?
Absolutely.
You will take steps. First, you will walk maybe, then you will, run slowly, then you will run faster, and initially only 500 meters and then 1 kilometer. Slowly, you will get used to it. So, when we're talking about these financial decisions or investment, maybe we could also start very small. Small also can be subjective to everybody. So it can be as small as maybe 1,000, or for you maybe 10,000. So does that work? I mean, does that give you more confidence later on? Or I'm just asking you. You start investing, and the early misfortunes sometimes takes you, on a path that, oh my God, I should have not started it only.
Correct.
So how do you go about it?
Okay. So every woman, I'm sure, has tried to make rotis in the house. And the first roti was always the map of some country which doesn't even exist.
So
yeah. So did that stop us to make more rotis? In fact, we were striving that nahi hoga. I will use some, Barney ka dakkan and make
I will
make it.
Right.
Because it is my job. And if I don't make it, I don't fit into that perfect woman category. So we have this inside us. Same ways, if the financial misfortune is happening in the first time, it's all right. Because हमने साइकिल चलाया था तो भी हम पहली बार गिरे थे. It's all right. But that it's all right is missing somewhere, everywhere. Now, what can be done about this is, I come across two types of men usually. So there is one segment of men who tell me that, नहीं, we don't talk to her because उसको कुछ समझता नहीं है. So that's a typical line that they speak. So she'll not know. And good educated families, I'm not talking rural side or anything.
Good educated family and educated women still.
Yeah. Working, executive class, good package, everything.
Yeah.
उसको नहीं समझ में आएगा. But I compliment those men, the other category of men, and there are so many of them. They come and say that, मैं थक गया, madam. I have told her so many times, sit with me. I want to talk to you about money. But she says it's not my cup of tea. What do I do about this?
Mm-hmm.
So that is how men come to LaxmiGyaan and ask him, what is the way out that, she's not taking interest. How do I do it? So these men can actually start this trend of having healthy conversations in the house. In fact, these contents that we give at LaxmiGyaan are not only meant for women. We tell men also to listen to these. कि आप recipe का example, ये example ले रहे हो ना, we use them for a conversation in the house. So you talk to her in the form of her recipe, talk to her in the form of shopping, talk to her what she likes. So if you have a diamond necklace, if you give a diamond necklace to your wife, so she is very happy. She will say, "इतना क्या ज़रूरत थी," but she loves it, okay. But then when she is preserving that diamond necklace in her cupboard, कि नहीं इसका तो कपड़ा ये वो, it has to be very nicely preserved and all. Similarly, tell her that this is our financial file. इसमें सारा documents है. This is costlier than that diamond necklace. इसको भी उतना ही आप डेकोरेट कर सकते हो क्या? यू ब्रिंग योर किड्स इनटू दैट फ्रंट. वो दिवाली पे ना मेरे वेकेशन में स्कूल में दे यूज्ड टू टेल मी टू डेकोरेट द होमवर्क बुक्स. वी यूज्ड टू डेकोरेट इट विद n number of things and every year new design. So tell your children that this is the file in which we are going to keep all our documents. So can you do something to it? So they will decorate it. अगर मैंने डेकोरेट किया तो मैं 10 बार जाके उसको दिखाऊंगी. So your kids will start having access to your financial information, which has no problem. Do not feel that they will do something otherwise to you. That is culture building in the family. So rather than they taking hiding information, let them get access. Let them also feel that if I'm putting this big wish list, why are my parents refusing? If he or she has the access, they will know. And for them to have that access, the mother has to get that access.
Super. Now, I so agree to you now, Priyanka, that finance and psychology are, together. That, whatever women have achieved, yes, they have achieved, but let's not take credit away from all the men who have supported. And psychologically, inherently, a woman needs that push, somebody from the family, that yes, you can do it. Then it can be, I was just talking to my sister yesterday, and she said, she is riding that motorcycle, and she said, you know what, her younger son said, Ma, you can do it. Just imagine. And then she thought, okay, why not? Let me go for it. Because otherwise, that huge motorcycle is a little scary, and how do we go? And if it stops or if I fall, there are so many things that come to your mind. But the younger son, who is just 11 years old, he just said, Ma, you can do it. And that was enough for her. So just imagine how much it is important for men in the family. Meet your father, meet your brother and your husband, definitely your spouse, or even your male friends. They can encourage you to take those baby steps. And I think we'll have more percentage, definitely, of women who are taking their financial decisions, who are making their, investments on their own. And as a country also, I just read that, investing in stock market is absolutely low compared to what India's potential is. 55% is US, and we are just on 3 or 4%, which just dazzled me. And believe me, I would have never seen these figures had I not planned interview with you, Priyanka. Otherwise, I would have not seen this. But that literally dazzled me and shocked me. So the interview has been great. Definitely, I'm sure Durgas out there are going to, see your videos and get access to whatever information they can, and start taking baby steps. And let's see, the coming years, women taking more aggressively financial decisions and feel themselves powerful. Priyanka, let's have one message from Priyanka to all the Durgas there.
Definitely. So let me bring the psychology again here. All of us humans have 60,000 thoughts every single day. Some of them go lost, some of them stay with us. If you see carefully, those thoughts which you really connect to more thoughts, they stay with you. So if you watch a movie, you know the entire story even after 5 years, because the thoughts were connected with each other. The same element we have to add for understanding finances. If you keep on understanding it as a chart, then you will always keep on making a new effort with every thought. And that's how the thought gets lost. But we cannot get it lost because we are the Lakshmis of the family. And we have been given the responsibility, not even the right. We have the responsibility for the prosperity of our families. For that, we have a lot of content in terms of LaxmiGyaan for you. So make sure you listen to them, because that's where we want to integrate your thoughts. We want a lot of conversation in the family, and we want generations to come to value the spirit of a woman in the finances of the family. Thank you so much.
That was awesome. Priyanka, that was really an awesome interview, and I'm feeling charged. I'm going to go back home, talk to my daughter today that the mistake that I have done, I don't want you to do. And I think we all should start very, very early. And this conversation should happen over tea, over coffee. You know, बारिश के साथ चाय पकोड़ा ले लीजिए, पर उसके साथ financial decisions पे, you know, discussions होना चाहिए. People should, you know, talk about it, have more inputs, read, and I think encourage each other to come up with information. That way, your knowledge kitty increases, and such a wonderful, you know, thing to you know, bond the entire family. Super, Priyanka. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.